It wouldn't be Saturday without Chris Boyd coming out with a crazy, crazy statement. And he said it. He has said it. He said, there's big breaking news coming out of Celtic, by the way, but we need to talk about Chris Boyd. First, he said, look, that's it. We can get the fans back on side. The Rangers are coming. He did. He said it. He said Rangers aren't that far behind Celtic. We'll come back to Chris Boyd in a minute. If it's the first time you've been on the channel, make sure to subscribe. It is free to subscribe to the channel. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up, as it does help with the algorithm. Right, the big breaking news coming out of Celtic this morning is Celtic have opened up talks with a player. And I'm going to talk about this player because the player has won 2 English championships. He's won 1 FA Cup. He's won 2 English League Cups. And he's got 2 titles at Celtic. He's won the Scottish Cup once and he's won the Scottish League Cup twice. So he knows what it takes to win, and it is the one and only Joe Hart. A lot of people have been saying we need to get a new keeper in for next season, but we all thought that Joe Hart was going to leave. I specifically thought he was going to head off to America. That was the rumour that was going around. The English stopper is in the final 8 months of his contract at Celtic. And after signing nearly 3 years ago with Ange Postecoglou, looking to add some experience between the sticks, and managed to talk Joe Hart to taking a massive wage cut to come up to Celtic. The 36-year-old has come under a lot of criticism over the last couple of years, clearly with his age catching up with him. But it has to be said, he has had quite a good start this season, apart from obviously the one sending off. Celtic have been looking for goalkeepers since last summer. They have been linked with a few. We did do a video. I'll put the video up here and we'll also link it at the end of this. There's murmurings that we've been going to go for the Real Madrid keeper. He is up and his contract's up at the end of the season, but Lunan has been linked with Celtic. Well, will we go for him? The fact that Celtic have opened up talks with Joe Hart, but his experience would be crucial if Celtic were to bring in a younger goalkeeper. Tell me what you think about that. I mean, Joe Hart would be good. We did see him when they were on their summer break. You've seen him on summer training camp. You've seen him training the young keepers at the time. And it would be great for his career if he doesn't want to go off and sort of finish his career in the sun. But my only problem with it, I don't think his family are up in Scotland. So will he sign on for another year and will he take a more coaching type role with Celtic? It'd be great to have on the coaching staff with these experience that he's had. Remember that Joe has won all those titles. He has played at the World Cup. He has played at the World Cup twice. He's also played at the Euros twice. So he does have a wealth of experience, and we shouldn't knock that when it comes to Joe Hart. You know, he's been there and he's done it at the highest level. And if Celtic have got any ambitions at all of trying to make some improvement in Europe, we really need to have players like that around and people in the coaching staff that have done it at that highest level. But it would be a good thing to keep Joe on. Tell me your thoughts are in the comments. Obviously, he goes back. He's played for the under-21s at England back in 2007. So he has had a long career and he's done well at Manchester City. And, you know, you don't get as many caps as you do for England if you're really a bad goalkeeper. So tell me what you think in the comments about the breaking Celtic news this morning, that Joe Hart, Celtic have reopened talks with Joe Hart. It won't be hard to deal with. He always said last summer, he said, look, I'm not worried about the situation. At his age, if he doesn't get a new contract, you know, he moves on. If he gets a new contract, we'll see where the talks takes us. It is going to be an interesting time. I do think that Celtic are trying to get a younger type keeper that can sort of stay at Celtic for the next 3, 4, 5 years and help progress with this team that Brendan Rodgers is building. And Joe Hart would be an important part of that purely for his experience at international and European level football. Now let's get back to the big one, the Chris Boyd. Chris Boyd has said it again. You always wait for a crazy Chris Boyd moment, and this morning he said that the Vid Play Cup, yes, the one that Kilmarnock put Celtic out on, holds the key to Philip Clementine's reign as Celtic boss. The banter years will start. We have to screenshot this. We do have to screenshot this because Clementine has his place. Philip, I'm going to call him Clementine. It's just the way it's going to go. Chris Boyd says that the boss can get fans back on side. As it stands, the new Ibrox boss has 2 games away from collecting his first silverware. You can see the change and doubt. You can see the staunchness coming out in this article. And in 5 weeks' time, just Captain Tavernier could hold the trophy aloft. And if that happens, it'll be a feel-good factor around the club. Hooah! And if that happens, it wouldn't be a big surprise because, let's face it, the Celtic have been knocked out of the cup already. So, given the record in knockout competitions over the past decade, it remains a big if, says Chris Boyd. But Clementine and his men can deliver. The Rangers are coming. Most of the pressures will be on the players who are repeat offenders when it comes to not delivering on big occasions. He actually said that. He said, however, Clementine knows exactly what he signed up for. Does he? Does he really? Anyway, I would assure that the new gaffer has a smooth run to the transfer window. They're talking about the transfer window already, so he could bring in some of his own signings. And on that note, the hilarity is about to begin again. The banter years have not gone away. The banter years are still here. They've been here since 2012. It is now 2023. We have another new one, Pretender, entering the building into the Scottish Premier League. And their shout is not only no surrender, but the Rangers are coming. On that note, Chris Boyd, I think you're absolutely bonkers, thinking that this guy's going to do something. And we all know he's never going to do a thing. And on that note, have a fantastic Saturday afternoon, Celtic fans all around the world.
Lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll